Hey there, trucking enthusiasts. Welcome back to another epic journey on the channel. Today we've got an exciting route ahead of us as we'll be transporting car parts from Nuremberg in Germany to Prague in the Czech Republic. It's a relatively short haul at 299 kilometers, but it's packed with stunning scenery, a border crossing and some tight city roads. So, grab your snacks, sit back and join me as we take on this smooth yet dynamic drive. Our cargo today consists of essential car parts, so we need to ensure everything is delivered safely and on time. Alright, let's hop in the truck, fire up the engine and get rolling. Alright, we're departing from the industrial zone of Nuremberg. For those unfamiliar with Nuremberg, it's a beautiful city in Bavaria, known for its medieval architecture and deep history. But we're sticking to the outskirts today, navigating through the city's industrial district, where manufacturers and warehouses bustle with activity. You can see that we've got a full load of car parts, which means our truck is slightly heavier than usual. That means longer braking distances, and we'll need to be a bit more cautious with acceleration. I'm checking the mirrors, making sure the trailer is secured, and off we go. As we exit the warehouse complex, we'll be merging onto the main roads. Nuremberg's roads are well maintained, with clear signs and relatively light traffic right now. The early morning hours are perfect for trucking. Less congestion and more open road. The key here is to follow the speed limits within the city, as there are a few traffic cameras along this route. We'll be cruising at a modest 50 kilometers per hour for now, staying alert as we approach intersections and crossings. Alright, we're about 10 minutes into our drive, and we're now merging onto the Autobahn, Germany's famous highway network. No speed limits in some sections, but we're not pushing our truck to its limits today. We'll maintain a steady 85 to 90 kilometers per hour, which is safe for both us and the cargo we're hauling. The Autobahn can be an amazing experience for drivers, especially when it's as empty as it is right now. Look at those wide lanes and that open horizon. This is the perfect time to really appreciate the smooth driving dynamics of our truck. The engine hums along at a comfortable RPM, and we're gliding down the road. This part of Germany is known for its sprawling agricultural land, and it's great to take in the view while cruising down the road. One thing to keep in mind when driving on the Autobahn is that the fast lanes are really for those high-speed vehicles. Even though it's tempting to pick up speed, it's better to stick to the right lanes unless you're overtaking slower vehicles. Speaking of overtaking, we've got a few slower trucks up ahead. Let's signal to change lanes and move into the middle lane. You always want to make sure you're checking those mirrors, especially with a long trailer behind you. As we continue down the Autobahn, we're approaching the border between Germany and the Czech Republic. We're still about 100 kilometers from Prague, but this is a great time to prepare for the change in driving conditions as we cross into a different country. Germany and the Czech Republic are both part of the Schengen area, so there's no need for customs checks, but you'll often notice slight changes in the road quality and signage. And here we are crossing the border. The roads here in the Czech Republic are a bit narrower than the Autobahn, so we'll need to adjust our driving accordingly. The speed limits here are also lower, so I'll be dialing it down to about 80 kilometers per hour, keeping everything under control. You'll notice a lot of green around here, rolling hills, small forests and patches of farmland. It's a peaceful drive through this region, but we've got to stay sharp because the roads can have more curves and turns compared to the long, straight stretches of the Autobahn. Navigating through Czech roads. We're now well into the Czech Republic and the landscape is beginning to change. There are more hills and the road is starting to wind a bit. This is where good truck handling comes into play. You want to be smooth on the steering, and don't forget to use your engine brake on those downhill sections. It's all about maintaining control without wearing out your regular brakes. The traffic here is picking up slightly, but nothing we can't handle. Czech roads are usually pretty well maintained, and there's a nice mix of small villages and countryside between here and Prague. Keep an eye on the road signs. They're in Czech now, but most of the important information like speed limits and directional signs are easy to follow even if you don't speak the language. Smooth and steady movements are the name of the game when you're carrying something as delicate as car parts. Alright, we're passing the slower trucks now. It's always important to give them enough space, especially when merging back into the right lane after overtaking. And there we go, back into the slow lane and cruising smoothly again. You can feel the truck handling well with this load. We're moving at a good pace, the road is clear, and everything feels under control. We'll be driving through some nice stretches of countryside for the next 50 kilometers, so let's enjoy the view. Alright, we're getting closer to Prague now. The city's skyline is starting to appear in the distance, and you can feel the change in atmosphere. As we near Prague, the traffic's getting denser. The roads here narrow down as we head toward the industrial area where we'll be dropping off our cargo. Prague is a bustling city with narrow streets in the old town and wider roads in the modern districts. Thankfully, our route takes us around the more congested parts and right into an industrial zone where the car parts are expected. But still, this is where precision driving comes in. Navigating through city streets with a big rig can be tricky. We've got tighter corners, pedestrians crossing, and more stoplights to deal with. Let's reduce our speed to around 50 kilometers per hour and keep a close eye on the GPS for the right turns. City driving requires more frequent braking and gear changes, so it's a good time to stay extra alert. No sudden movements, just smooth control of the truck. Arriving at the drop-off point, and here we are, entering the industrial zone on the outskirts of Prague. The warehouse is just around the corner. Let's slow down as we approach the delivery point and get ready for some precision parking. Parking a big truck with a trailer can be a challenge, but we've got plenty of space to maneuver here. Let's line up the trailer with the docking bay, take it slow and steady, and there we go. Cargo delivered safely and the car parts are ready for use. Another successful trip completed. That's it for today's journey, folks. We've successfully delivered our load of car parts from Nuremberg to Prague, and it was a smooth, scenic drive through the heart of Europe. Thanks so much for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more trucking content. Let me know in the comments where you'd like me to drive next. Until next time, stay safe on the roads.